Over the years, Amigo Loans has become one of the most complained about guarantor loan companies in the UK. In 2020 alone, complaints to the Financial Ombudsman Service skyrocketed, approximately 12,854 complaints in the last half of that year, up from just 317 in the same period of 2019. The Guardian. This surge made guarantor loans the most complained about financial product in the UK at the time. The Guardian. Many complaints centered on claims that Amigo had approved loans to customers who could not afford them and that guarantors were pressured or misled into accepting responsibility. The Guardian. By mid-2020, Amigo acknowledged a substantial increase in complaints and had agreed with the regulator to respond to around 9,000 outstanding cases. The Irish Times. In 2023, the Financial Conduct Authority, FCA, publicly censured Amigo for failing to carry out proper affordability checks on both borrowers and guarantors between November 2018 and March 2020. FCA. The FCA found that Amigo's automated systems and internal controls were inadequate, allowing loans to proceed even when repayment would be unaffordable. FCA. They also found that about 1 in 4 guarantors had to step in and make payments during that period. FCA. To address these claims, Amigo proposed a scheme of arrangement to settle valid complaints by setting aside funding for redress. Connaught Law Limited. However, the company ultimately failed to raise sufficient capital to sustain its operations. In March 2023, Amigo announced it would be liquidated, ceasing new lending and entering an orderly wind down. The Guardian. Compensation claims were reduced. Those owed redress would receive an estimated 17p in the pound. The Guardian. The FCA also noted that Amigo had prioritized its own commercial interests over consumer protection and had violated requirements intended to safeguard customers. FCA. In sum, Amigo's complaints history illustrates a pattern of lending practices later judged unsound by regulators, a massive inflow of disputed cases, and ultimately, a failure to sustain compensation mechanisms, leaving many customers with limited redress.